Okay, I've been saying that there's this person I've been trying to meet now for over 3 years unsuccessfully. So here's my quick reappraisal of what's been going on and why this hasn't happened yet. Because it's looked to me from what I've been able to see that the communications I've gotten from this person are real. She is not lying about wanting to be in a relationship with me. However, we haven't met. Now, why is it? Well, here's my theory now. Okay, this person is a secret police agent in the secret police of the United States. That's how she got into the country she's living in now. She was born in a South American country and she didn't like it, okay, because she was Asian. And, well, I've even read online that the kind of Asian she is down in that country, they weren't happy there, and most of them that immigrated there left. They weren't happy. And her family was down there, and she wasn't happy, and she left back to the country of origin for her family in Asia. However, to get there, she needed the help of this secret policing agency, which got her in there. Now, in addition to getting her in there, they got her this great job that she got. Now, it just so happens that this person is genius level of intelligence. It's not like she got a job she didn't deserve to have. She's way overqualified for this job. She's way overqualified for it. This is a genius level of intelligence. There's no doubt about it. So don't get the idea that the secret policing agency, gave her something she didn't deserve. No, she was underemployed at the place she went to work, even though it was a fantastic job for her. She was still underemployed. That's my opinion. Now, her job as agent was low importance. Okay, where she was, there wasn't likely to be much of anything going on of interest. Okay, to the secret policing agency that put her there. Okay, however, she was there kind of like an informant. And maybe that's what she was, an informant. She wasn't an agent or anything. However, she was somehow hired by this secret policing agency. So she reports to that secret policing agency. And so what's happened is time went by and she's back in her country of origin and things weren't working out for her. I mean, I got the idea now that she married a wealthy man. And this wealthy man and her, they didn't have a good relationship, okay? So time goes by and she's doing outstandingly in her great job that she got with the help of this secret policing agency. The people who hired her, though, to do this great job, they're very lucky to have got her. This person is outstanding. This person is the best in her field I have ever seen worldwide by far. She's outstanding, okay? So don't think for 1 second that the place that hired her somehow got cheated. No, they got a bonanza lottery win when they got her, okay? Now, she went on to do great in that job that she got. And what does she find? She finds herself being advanced and promoted, right? And these promotions lead to what? She's like the number one person in her field there where she works. And what does that result in? She's getting home at like 2 a.m. every day, okay? And she's in this relationship with this man. He's a very wealthy man. She herself is from like either a poor or semi-poor or middle class background in that South American country. And I also would say that her parents were deaf. Now, let me say a little more. It seems to me that what may have happened is she is the daughter of a Jewish mother, and her mother died in a car accident that she was in with her mother as a child. And this accident killed her mother, her Jewish mother, and resulted in her like being hospitalized for like a year in agony as a result of that horrific crash she was in. So she knew this horrific childhood experience of pain, of agony, of suffering. That, you know, if it lasted a year in a child's life was like a decade in the life of an older person. So she endured a year of agony like this. It was like several years of agony in the life of adults. She went through this experience, and I'm saying something like this happened to her. Now her mother was gone, and her father, who was deaf, remarried, and I would think that he remarried a deaf woman, because this person who I'm interested in, she's clearly fluent in sign language in such a way that she can carry on two conversations in two different languages at the same time. She could be talking like me, like right now, and signing messages separate from what she's talking about. A completely different message in sign language. This is a genius level of intelligence to be able to do this. I mean, it doesn't matter that she's a child of deaf parents. No. Children of deaf parents aren't even this capable. They're not. This woman, she can do this kind of thing. I've seen it. So, I'm saying she was in this horrific childhood experience which taught her about suffering and injustice of bad things happening to good people. She learned all about it as a child. So, she goes along and, well, she married this wealthy man, and it's not working because, for whatever reason, I wouldn't know. And, well, she's still working as a secret police informant, let's say. Let's not call her an agent. Maybe she is an agent. I don't know. And I don't know much about this kind of thing myself. I just don't. But the years pass, and, well, I'm a little bit unclear about what happens here. It looks like around 2018, okay, I started to become familiar with her. I'm speaking very vaguely and on purpose. So she becomes aware of me. How? The secret police noticed that, well, she's in broadcasting, she's on television, okay, so that I'm watching her channel. I wasn't watching her. I didn't know she existed yet. But around 2018, I discovered her channel. I started watching it all the time. I said, this is the best TV station I have ever seen. By far. It's better than anything on PBS in the United States, anything on cable, satellite, whatever. There's nothing as good as this station. It's outstanding, okay? So, meanwhile, I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her a single time, but now these secret policing agencies, they have an interest in me. And I'm not going to say why, but here's the reason. Apparently my father, and he wasn't my biological father, I discover that when I get old, he's been committing crimes secretly. Now, he's not a member of the mafia or anything. He's just a criminal, a white-collar criminal, okay? These are crimes including the sexual abuse of me. But the secret policing agency doesn't know about this sexual abuse yet because I haven't talked about it. So anyway, the secret policing agency wants to figure out this white-collar criminal that my father was. Okay? Now, that father has passed away. He passed away in 1988, so the secret policing agencies are now looking at me to see what they can find out about him. And they notice I'm watching this channel all the time. So I theorize that they let the channel know. They say, listen, if this guy contacts you, because, they think maybe I will, for whatever reason, let us know. Okay? So this person who I become interested in, she hears all this now. Now, and she looks me up online and she finds I'm a writer. And all my stuff is online. I got 50 ebooks online that I've written. Myself, that's what I wanted to do in life, be a writer of fiction, poetry, this kind of thing. So I've been doing my whole life and putting these things online because I wasn't able to publish them legitimately. So I published them myself. Okay? Now, she goes online and starts reading my stuff, and she finds what? She finds my book Otherworld, which has deaf characters in it, and she's from a deaf family, and she says rightly, I have never seen a more dramatic presentation of deaf characters, a more dramatic and more original and more outstanding presentation of deaf characters in my life. I cannot believe what I'm reading. I'm loving this. Okay? So, meanwhile, she's in this marriage where she isn't happy, and she's falling in love with me because she hears things about me which is telling her what? This guy is being hounded by the secret police because his father committed crimes. The guy's totally innocent, and he's an outstanding writer who's not recognized. She falls in love with me. And she doesn't like what's happening. She doesn't like what the secret police are doing. They're violating my civil rights as far as she can see. She doesn't like it. So, what does she do? She starts to do what I said she could do. She's giving her reports on TV and signing messages to me in sign language at the same time. Now, I'm all the way here on the other side of the earth from her, and I'm seeing these messages come at me suddenly. I said, wait a minute. This can't be real. This beautiful, really super desirable woman is seeming to send message to me in sign language. I mean, I'm fluent in sign language because I married a deaf woman, and sign language has been my language for 30 years. It's my only language. I speak it at home, and I don't have anybody else to talk to other than at home. So I'm in the deaf community, and so I understand sign language. And when I see these signs coming at me, I cannot believe even my initials and everything is clearly for me. So I'm amazed. I start watching her all the time, and now I'm in love with her. But I'm also in love with my wife. So I have no intention of leaving my wife, and I figure, look, I'm going to have two wives. I'll work it out somehow. And it can be done, I believe, without, me being a bigamist or anything. So I'm not going to get rid of my wife. Meanwhile, she's in this relationship she's not happy with, and she's getting in trouble at work. Why? Well, when I see these signs she's making, I start sending videos online with my own messages for her to see. And I'm letting her know that I saw this, that, and the other. And so if anybody at her place of work looks at any of the videos I make, they say, hey, she's doing what? She gets in trouble for that. And I believe she gets fired. So the question is, 3 years have passed and she hasn't gotten in touch with me. Okay? Now, why is that? Well, the people at this place of work where she worked all these years, they never knew she was like an undercover secret police agent. They didn't know that about her. And so if she wants to get together with me, she's got to go against that secret policing agency and against the place that hired her. And she doesn't want the place that hired her to know that she was working for the secret police. This would be really bad for her career, right? The place that hired her would feel betrayed, and the secret police, they already feel betrayed. So she's on the way to being blacklisted out of the workforce completely. Okay, so she's been trying to get to me by the occasional time she appears on TV, just filling those moments up with messages for me as much as she can. But it's not good enough because I cannot get to her. In fact, the law in her country says I'm not even allowed to look for her. If I even look for her, I'm breaking the law in her country. You're not allowed to even look for a public person like her. You're not allowed to look. So she hasn't been able to find a way to get to me without ruining her career. And in addition, over the past 3 years, she probably divorced this man she was married to. Now, he was wealthy, she was not. However, as part of the divorce, which has taken up a lot of time, maybe 2 or 3 years, she came out real well financially. So she benefited from the divorce. She's nowhere near as wealthy as this man who's gone now, but she's well off. She's better off than I am. So, what's next, or where am I now with all of this? I've been saying in another recording I made today that my social life started out when I was 14 years old and a girl came to my front door I had never seen before. She was a sister of a friend of my older sister's, but there was no warning that she was going to show up. I'm not sure I had heard about this sister. So I opened the door and I'm completely surprised. Who is this, right? And I'm a 14-year-old who's being raped at night by my own father, and I'm also suffering from delayed maturation. So I got all kinds of problems that are getting in the way of me having a normal relationship with a girl, no matter how hard I wanted one. Okay, so she's standing at my front door, and she asked me to just dance in a way that is not even friendly. So, with all the problems I got, I'm saying, no, I don't want to go. I don't say it like that, but this girl she's not there trying to sweet talk me or anything. She looks like she's delivering a message like, your son just got killed in the war. I'll let you know he's dead. This kind of thing. This is the way she's addressing me at the door. So naturally I'm saying, no, I don't go to dances. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't want to go to the dance, But I want to emphasize that this woman did come to my front door. I did not go to her. And this was in 1968, I believe, or 67. That long ago, a woman came to my door unannounced to ask me out. Now, I cannot find this person in her country, and I'm not even allowed to look for her. What has to happen here? I've made over 500 videos for her to try to let her know, yeah, you like me, I like you too, through the roof. And I explain, look, I'll have 2 wives. I love my wife too. I'm not leaving my wife. Let's have 2 wives. Mormons do it. Muslims do it. Who else around the world? Rich folks do it in their way. So we'll work it out. And, well, anyway, what's got to happen? She has got to come here. Now, that's weird. That's bizarre. This woman came to my door in 1967, 1968 to ask me out. I didn't go, and she remained so angry at me for not going out with her. She emanated evil my way whenever I ran into her, and it was very, very troubling to me and unfair. So now at the end here of my life, I'm going to have a woman who is in love with me, who I believe I'm in love with as well. She can't come to my door the way that girl did in 1967 or 1968, end of 1967 or beginning of 1968. She can't do that. There's been a sexual revolution in the 1960s and all kinds of feminism and so on. And she can't. She's a professional woman, very successful in the world. I've let her know who I am. I've even shown documents that identify me. I've shown them online. I've done all these things to let her know I'm safe and trustworthy and the rest of it. And she cannot come to my door, huh? Well, that's where I stand. I'm asking the question. She cannot come to my door, although a woman did come to my door when I was 14 and not ready for it. I'm ready now. I'm ready now.